Good evening, leaders and our Toastmasters, family members of District 104. Welcome to another wonderful training session from District 104. Today, the training is going to be presented by Madam Toastmaster Leen Alhamdani. She is a member of Toastmasters since November 2019. She served as a club president, VP Education, VP Membership, and VP Public Relation. Participated in XCOM trainings in 2022, 2023, and 2024, serving in roles such as Secretary, Treasurer, and VPPR. She has led two OELP programs in 2023 and 2024. She also led a Speechcraft program in 2025. She is a member of SLC Arabic Toastmasters Club, NISMA Holding Toastmasters Club, which is in English, and Jetta Advanced Toastmasters Club. On top of all those, we all know that she is our table topic champion of SATAC 2025. And today, the session, we all know very well, it's a very challenging segment for all of us Toastmasters. Whether it is a club meeting or a contest, table topic section is a challenging segment. So to master this table topic section and what are all the secrets is going to be disclosed by Madam Toastmaster Leen Hamdani, for the topic mastering the table topics. Please join me welcoming Madam Toastmaster Leen Hamdani. Madam Leen Hamdani, the virtual stage is yours.
Thank you, Diti Mbala, for this lovely introduction. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy this session. I will not take so much time with you. I just need you guys to interact with me so it will not be boring. It will not be only from my side. So let's make it interactive, okay?
Sure, okay, inshallah.
I don't want the DTM Bala is the only one to answer. If there is anyone who can support in answering the questions, it would be good.
Sure. We are here with you.
Inshallah.
Yes. Okay. So you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Today's session is about table topic. It will include all the basics of table topic and some tips from my own opinion. The tricks and the techniques and the tricks I copied from my colleague Toastmaster Sadaqa Wazdan from a previous workshop that he delivered, and also from my closest friend ChatGPT, who supported me in this also. So hopefully I tried to collect as much as basic things that can be used to make table topic easy for everyone, okay? Start with that, we need to start with table topic. What is table topic per se? So table topic, as we know, it's impromptu speech that you will be asked a question that you don't know, you're not prepared for, and you don't have any clue about it. But is table topic impromptu in reality? Do you think that table topic is an impromptu speech? Or it can be prepared? For example, if you're going to SATAC or your club contest or your area contest or whatever, do you go there without any preparation? You will go there and, yeah, I'm participating in table topic. I don't know the answer. I cannot prepare myself. I will go and let's see what happens. Actually, table topic can be prepared. Yes, Toastmaster Wajdan. It can be prepared, right? Because you have quotes that you can memorize. You have the general theme of the contest that you can start to brainstorm. You can do it with friends, you can do it alone. you can just try to think from the perspective of the contest chair and just think what questions can be related to this topic. You just put these questions, write your answers, prepare quotes that support these answers, and voila, it's prepared speech. So does table topic, is table topic an impromptu speech or it's a prepared speech? Actually, it's both. So you can come prepared. Even in regular Toastmaster meeting. So for example, you have a meeting about fairy tales. So you should start to brainstorm what could the table topic master write? What questions could come to his mind? Let's write something, or even this brainstorming that you will have with yourself or with the colleagues or with friends or whatever, these things or these activities will provide you with good answers or good facts that can be used in your impromptu speech during the answering the question. Okay? So this is just to prove that this definition is not correct. Moving to the types of questions. So how can I know how to answer my question if I don't know what kind of questions that I might get? You will be asked either to give your opinion about something or share a personal story about a certain situation or something related to the theme that they have, or an imaginary questions, or a comparison between two things or more. Let's take them one by one. And by saying opinion, for example, do you think money can bring happiness? Here, I will need you guys. We will be practicing these questions after knowing the techniques. I will need your support in answering them. So start brainstorming as we talked earlier. Okay? So I will be asked about an opinion. Maybe you will be given a quote. Let's say, to be or not to be, that's the question. William Shakespeare said that. What do you think about this proverb? Or what do you think about this motto? Or you will be saying your opinion about this quote. Okay? Clear? Can I see thumbs up?
Clear.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tamara.
Clear.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dalal. MashaAllah, you guys.
Yes, clear.
It's clear.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. The
It's
second one,
crystal
personal
clear.
experience. For me, I think this question is the hardest type that will be asked because during the 30-second or 20-second that they will give you to just think about the question, they want you to think about a situation, to remember or to bring back a memory that you had. So this question, it's a tricky one because you will be asked, for example, tell us about a time you faced a fear, or tell us about a time that you were in a experience, near-death experience. So I will need to think about all the things that happened in my life and just bring that story into this day and try to write a speech or try to say something related to that event. So this would make it hard because sometimes when you are on stage, everything is gone. You don't remember anything that you can use in your speech. The third type is the hypothetical or imaginary questions. These are my favorite because in these ones, you're allowed to lie. You have the option to lie or to say something about anything. Let's say, imagine that you are an animal. What animal will you be and what will you do? Imagine that you're a fruit. Imagine that you're living in a fairy tale. Imagine that you got fired from your job. What will you do? So in these questions, you have unlimited ways to answer the question. And it shouldn't be logic, it shouldn't have logic or anything because it's imaginary. For example, like asking you, if you had a time machine, where would you go and why? If you had a time machine, where would you go and why? So this question, you can build thousands of answers based on these questions, because it doesn't have a fact, or it's not related about something that happened. You can just start saying, I would go to some place, I would do something, and we will know the techniques later. But this is one of the types that you will face. The fourth type, which is comparison, and it's people who've been to IELTS exams, they know that one of the questions that they ask you to compare something with something, or even in the written exam, you will have also the second topic. It will be a comparison on, and you need to share your opinion about it. So between this and that, like between physical or online meeting, what would you choose and why? So you will be given two options, and you need to choose one of these two options. So now we said that we have 4 types of questions. You remember them?
Imaginary, comparison,
Comparison.
personal story.
Hypothetical?
Imaginary, yes.
Oh, it's
and the first one?
Comparison.
The first one. Thank you all for sharing your ideas. We're missing the first one, which is the most common one, opinion. You will be asked to give your opinion about the topic. Now, moving to the answering techniques, we have the Oreo technique. You can see the Oreo, صح? You can see the Oreo candy, or what's it, ice cream Oreo.
Yes.
So it has many layers. The same happens with the question. So with Oreo, you have the O for opinion. You can easily remember it when you're doing your table topic answer. So for example, if they ask you a question, the Oreo letters will be stick in your head, and you will start one by one. Okay, so first I need to share my opinion. Then I need to say the E, it's the example, the R, which is the reason. Why did I choose this opinion? Third, you will need to give an example. So do I have any story that can be linked to this opinion that I have? And fourth, you will need to confirm your opinion and give them a call to action, or a summary, or a message that you will give them to go with it and live with it. Okay? So the Oreo depends on the opinion, reason, example, and confirming your opinion. Next, I will be giving you a question, and I need a volunteer to answer the question in Oreo technique. Do I have volunteers?
Yes.
Oh, great. Toastmaster Shaheen.
Yeah. Yes.
Ready? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Toastmaster Shaheen, do you think money brings happiness? Do you think money brings happiness? I need you to answer this question with Oreo technique. The stage is yours.
Yeah. I believe money cannot buy happiness directly, but it can buy everything that makes me happy. You know, people have, this is a very popular debate whether money can buy happiness or not, but I feel it can buy everything that can make me happy. If I want to go on a yacht, if I don't have the money, how will I go? I will be sad if I cannot afford it. You know, I'm just, it's a very contemporary view I have. So this is what I feel. And secondly, if I want to buy any, yes, I am not a person who would go for luxuries. There is a thin line between luxuries and happiness. People think if you own luxuries and whatever, that is happiness. No, that doesn't define happiness for me. Happiness is buying good things, so that money, I need to earn good money so that I can buy happiness in life. As simple as that. And at the same time, I also believe good connections, good friends are like priceless. I can never buy them. So I try to balance it out. Money is important for me. And by the way, I don't want money friends, you know, people who come to you as friends for money. That doesn't make sense to me. But I have some morality also. I need good people around me by my side. If I'm genuine, people will be by me. So this is what I feel. Money is important. It can buy me happiness. Plus, I need good friends as well.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shaheen. So Toastmaster Shaheen, she said her opinion that she thinks money cannot buy happiness. Then she said the reason because money can buy the things that make her happy. She gave an example about if she wants to go and travel, if she wants to buy luxurious things. So she gave an example, and then she stated her opinion. Toastmaster Shaheen, when you were talking about money and friends that comes for money, here I think you went out of your idea because you were focusing about things that can be bought with money. Maybe if you link that with, you cannot, or use it as an example that you cannot buy friendship or you cannot buy good friends or something. So that way you can link your answer with that without feeling that you went out of topic for a bit and went back to stating that yes, money cannot buy happiness. See?
Yeah, I stitched it
You did a
loosely
great
actually,
job.
that point. I get it, yeah. I
But
stitched it
just
loosely.
be careful for tracking your words. So you did a great job with doing the example. Thank you, Toastmaster Shaheen.
Thank you.
So for me, the answer for it might not be an ideal answer, but this is my own answer. Money cannot buy happiness. This is the opinion. Do you know why? And I'm trying to interact with audience. You know why? Because happiness is a mental state. It depends on where you are, with whom, doing what. A lot of elements that money cannot control. Example, when I lost my grandmother 10 years ago, I was devastated. No money in this world would bring her back. My sweet granny, I thought I would never dare to smile again, seeing my mom face, but time healed that wound. Now we laugh on the great memories we had with her. And as Dumbledore once said, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one remembers to turn on the light. So I use the quote that I know from a series or I know from a book or whatever. I use it in my speech. So it depends on my memories.
Yes.
To me, happiness is not something that can be bought. It depends on you, how you look into your life, locking yourself on those sad memories or holding tightly on the good ones. So lighten up the darkness in you and see the small details of happiness around you. So in the end, I stated my opinion and I gave a call to action or a message that I want people to leave with. Okay?
Yeah.
Are we good? Do we have a questions on audio technique or we're good? I'm sorry, I cannot see.
No, we're good. All clear.
Second technique is time sequence. So in this technique, I will be remembering, for example, if I was asked about something, so I will say what that thing made me feel when I was a kid, then when I grow up or in my teenager, or when I grow old or my current state, or in the future, what would it make me feel or whatever. So this type of answer, this is the easiest one because with this, you can link your stage mapping with your answer because you will be giving an intro in the middle and then you will go to the right to say about when you were a child or something. And then you can divide the stage based on these time sequences. So that's a good way to answer questions. Any question can be answered with time sequence because whatever, if I said money can buy happiness, even that question, I can say, when I was a child, I thought that happiness for me was candy and getting all these sweet things. So money for me can buy happiness. I was thinking of a way how to save money. Just bring those things and spread it with my friends and loved ones. And then when I grow old in my teenagers, I felt like losing one mark can make me sad. And I cannot buy that with money. I realized that money cannot buy happiness. And when I grow old and lost a dear one, I felt money really cannot buy happiness or whatever. So I divide the same question, same answer on different stages of my life. Okay? This is the time sequence. I need a volunteer. Toastmaster Basim, would you like to be a volunteer? We don't see hands.
Sure.
Thank you. So Toastmaster Basim, the question is, tell us about a time you faced a fear. Tell us about a time you faced a fear.
Okay. It all started back in high school when I was forced to give a speech in front of the whole school. And that experience for me was terrifying because it was the first time I ever done this, and I had not known what it would be like in terms of how it would affect me and my personality and my character. Fast forward to right now, and after joining Toastmasters, I feel like I have grown tremendously in terms of me being able to face my fears, looking everyone in the eyes, and letting go of that fear that held me prisoner for a long time. And I know that in the future, whatever happens, I continue on this journey of self-growth, and step by step, second by second, just getting up on stage continuously, that in the future, even though I'm still afraid, partially, I know that in the future I would be able to control my fear more effectively so that I would not appear as worried or as hesitant to speak in front of the public. And I know that in the future I'll become a great speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Basim. You did a great job. So you started with the past when you were in high school, and then you talked about when you joined Toastmaster, and then what you think about the future. You're only missing one thing, which is a call to action. You could say the best solution is to face your fear. I was afraid of public speaking, and now I'm a Toastmaster member, a contestant, a champion, and I know how to speak in front of people or whatever. You can, mashallah, you have a lot of things that you can share with us. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Basim. I will not share with you my fears because you can use it against me. Now, do you have any questions about the time sequence? Or is it clear?
It's clear. Thank you.
Clear.
Thank you, guys. So the other technique is the opposite twist. In this technique, you will be saying something unexpected, out of the box. You will be doing, if I give you two options, you will choose a third option, or you will reject everything. So you will be just ignoring the question and answering something that you feel comfortable saying. For me, this technique is a life-saving during Toastmaster meeting. So you can switch the question and take it over to your comfort zone, and you can speak about a prepared speech that you already made. You can talk about a topic that you recently discussed with friends, or a quote that you recently heard. That's how you can do it. Because, for example, if I ask you, what do you think about marrying someone based on a love story or something? You will say, what about marriage? I don't care about marriage. There are more important things that we can say in this life. We can talk about freedom. We can talk about education. We can talk about, and you will switch the topic to your comfort zone. And then you will start speaking about how important education is for children, for adults, for people who are looking for a job and whatever. So you didn't answer the question. And by the way, you saved yourself from the embarrassment that we usually face when we stand still on after a table topic question. But for me, I don't recommend this technique in contest because judges may consider that you didn't answer the question technically, so they will cut off some of your scores. So for me, try to be more focused when you are answering a question in a contest or something, because they will be looking for the exact answer of the question. They don't care if you give a good answer or you give a good speech. It's not about giving a good speech. It's about answering the question with giving a good speech. Okay? So with this technique, we need a volunteer. Do I have a volunteer?
I can do it.
Toastmaster Tamara, thank you. Toastmaster Tamara, I think it's a lovely question for you.
Okay.
Toastmaster Tamara, what you like the most, reading romance novel or scientific books? What do you like the most, reading romance novel or a scientific book? I need you to do the opposite twist, okay? The stage is yours.
I have been reading since I was a child, and there is value to every kind of book, whether it's a romance novel or a science fantasy novel. Ultimately, all kinds of reading are good, but I suggest more people should read horror. When people read horror, they get that cathartic release. You get to experience fear in a safe environment. You get to feel those feelings that maybe in real life you'd panic if you're in that situation. But when you're reading horror and you're in the safety of your own bed, you can turn the lights on, you know that you're safe. There is value to reading horror. So I say do away with the romance novels and the sci-fi ones. Focus on the fear. Confront your fears. Overcome them. Embrace them even. So what reading any kind of thing, try to make it scary for you. Confront all your fears no matter what you do in life, but especially when reading. There is value in that release, in that knowing that you can encounter those fears and still be okay. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tamara. And you didn't fail to give me the actual answer that I was looking for. Thank you. This is a good thing about this type of question, because you are giving them something that it might be unrealistic, out of the box, a crazy thing that you can say. So I did say the same thing, but I didn't use horror. I went to crime novels, because you will be dying educated and less of dying. And if someone tries to kill you or do anything with you, you know that you need to scratch them, take a piece of them, their hairs or anything, so they can find the DNA when you're dead, because that way you will not be dead ignorant. People will know who exactly killed you. So actually, it's the same thing as Toastmaster Tamara said. It's a good thing is knowing these kinds of novels. It's interesting and it will motivate your brain, and you will feel the anxiety of these types of genres.
Actually, I'll change my answer to what you said. I like that better.
So now, do you understand the concept of opposite twist? Clear? Anyone has a question? I'm sorry,
Clear.
I cannot see the.
Yes, very clear.
Thank you.
Actually, I do have a question. So you said that we can't use the opposite twist as often because judges won't, accept that. So why, do you think you should use it even though regardless we won't be able to answer the question?
It depends. If you are in a situation in the contest, remember that being in a contest, you are surrounded by people. You don't want to look uncomfortable or not knowing how to answer the question. So if you want to say that for sake of just saving your your face and just being able to answer the question, you can do it, but don't expect to win. Because, for example, if we took the question literally, it says, what you like the most, reading romance novel or scientific books. So they are giving you an option between both these two genres. So if you choose another or a third option, it's not what they are looking for. So then it will be depending on the judge himself or his perception on how did you do with the answer, and maybe he will take out 5 or 10 or 15 grades of your palette. So
okay.
if you are going to win, if you want to win, try not to use this technique and keep it safe by answering the question, the exact question. Okay. There are a lot of methods that can be used. I choose the other three, which is answering the questions from 3 different segments. So if I ask you about something, for example, what do you think about working, or what do you think about studying for 4 days a week instead of 5? So you will be giving me your opinion based on a student's point of view, and parents' point of view, and teachers' point of view. So you have 3 segments that you will be answering the question based on their understanding. This will save you, because all of these 3 ways, it will give you a content. So you will not stand there without something to say. You will have a lot to say about this, because we know every segment will understand this, or will interact with this decision in a different way. So you can fill the 2 minutes within dividing the answer on the 3 segments. Is it clear? Good?
Yeah.
Yes, we're good.
Yes.
Yes.
The second one is comparison between 2 elements. Like they recommend in IELTS exam, they will tell you, like, say the opinion, or say what's the advantage of the first option, and what are the disadvantage of the first option, and then the advantage of the second option, and what are the disadvantage of the second option. Then end it with your opinion, and why did you choose this opinion. So this will give you content that you can fill your time with, and it's easy, because if I told you online meeting, physical meeting, so you will give me in online meeting, we will save time, we will save expenses, we will, and you have a lot of things to say about online meeting. On the other hand, on the physical meetings, you have the interaction with people, you have the eye contact that you can have. Also, you can understand each other perfectly. You can save yourself from the technical issues or breakdown and all of these. Then you would say, but for me, I would recommend, or I like this type of meetings because blah, 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 blah. So this will give you content to use while answering a table topic question. Okay. The third one is building a story. In this, it's not based on you. You can use a story that a friend was, a story about your friend, a story about a famous person, a story about a scientist, a story about anyone. It's based on what you memorize from reading, from hearing, because sometimes we listen to a story that a person told us that, for example, my friend told me last week that there are some murders around here and people are kidnapped and whatever. So if I had a question about fear, maybe I would answer it with this story. I heard that someone was kidnapped and that made me scared. Now I cannot leave my house. I'm too scared to leave because of this situation. And people, try to be safe. Don't interact with strangers and whatever. So you can build a full speech based on a story or a gossip or whatever, something that you heard from a friend, or a true stories that happened in actually, in fact. Okay. So, and we have a lot of stories. If you just went, for example, let's say, let me tell you about my experience with the SATAC contest. So the meeting was, or the theme was, chase your dream, inspire the world. So I started to think, okay, what are my dreams? What do I have a story about a dream that I wanted to achieve? And I was just trying to build content based on these dreams that I have. Okay, so I dream to do this and I dream to do that. Okay, I have this dream. And I started to compare which story is the strongest. So in case I was asked, which one will I use? So I have my mind already full of stories. Just pick one based on the question that I would be asked. Okay, so stories, and especially personal stories. Leave the stories of, like, the common stories, or let's say the scientist stories. For example, if I want to talk about the success, maybe I would say about I think Albert Einstein. He was the one that his teacher said that he's dumb, he cannot learn or something, and his mom continued his home tutoring or something, and he turned out to be a genius. So I can use this answer, but if I had a personal one, something related to me, this will be more interacting with the audience and more appealing to them. They can relate to it and they can feel my pain. If I want to tell them that I lost something, or I was judged by some situation and people said things about me and then I proved them wrong, it would be much stronger than the story of Einstein that I could use or I could build the content on. So personal stories, forever they win. If they didn't win the if they didn't win the contest, they will win people's heart, because you will be able to leave an impact on them. Okay, and this is why we are here in Toastmasters. We're not just here to win contests, we're here to leave impact on people, to share our stories and inspire others. Okay, so we talked about the techniques that we can use in answering table topic questions. Who can remind me?
The Oreo,
Oreo,
the time sequence,
time sequence,
the plot twist.
yes.
And
Yes,
some twist.
yes.
And the comparison.
The comparison, right? Also, we have the answering the questions from 3 segments.
Problem solution.
Yes.
Problem solution.
Problem solution. This is a type of, which mean you mean stories?
Yeah.
I was gonna say personal stories, yeah.
Personal stories,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So
Bringing
these are
different perspective.
nice. Having
Bringing
different
different
segments or
perspective.
different perspective that you can answer the question based on them. Thank you all. You did a great job. Now I will share with you some of the golden coins that I have. First, when you are asked a question, you can have a deep breath and just have 10 seconds, 20 seconds to think about it. Don't go and start speaking and then you will lose the idea. Just try to take a deep breath and just realize, what story will I pull? Which action will I say? What of the things that I have in my mind I will use? Should I start with a scream, or should I start with an act, or should I start with a question or whatever? Just have this for at least for the intro, so you can just go with the intro and start building the content as you go. Okay, so take a deep breath.
Hello.
Try to realize the objective of the question.
Yeah.
So if, as we said, there we have different types of questions. So if you realize that the type of the question that you're asked, and what do they want from you? Do they want you to compare something, or do they want you to give an opinion about something? So realizing the objective of the question will help you to answer the question better. In table topic, it's similar to prepared speeches. So having a strong intro will affect your speech, will take, and you will gain people attention, and you will grab their attention and they will be focused with you. So having a hook in your table topic, it's good. Either starting with a question, a sound, an act, a quote, whatever, but just grab people attention and start strong. Then be prepared, as we said, quotes, strong lines, stories about the same theme of the meeting, of the contest, of whatever. Just try to have them. If you are going for, like, let's say, a job interview and you don't know what type of question, there's no theme to this thing, try to be prepared about what question that they can ask, or even just educate yourself, read books, try to just have more saving that you can use when you're in need. Use personal story to relate to your point. As I said, personal stories always win. Use your savings, which are the speeches that you have. Sometimes you already, most of you, if you have been in Toastmaster for 1 year, at least you have delivered 3 or 4 speeches in this year. So you can use these speeches in answering a table topic question by doing the opposite twist and taking the question to your comfort zone and just answer it. Okay? Don't turn in circle. Sometimes we give a perfect answer and we start really good, and then in the middle we feel that our content is not enough. I need to beef it up with something, and then you will be adding things, more things to your simple, sweet answer, which can affect the logic of your answer. It will sound that you have so much things to share and it's not organized. So try to be consistent. Also, try not to repeat yourself. Sometimes when we are in a situation that I cannot say something, I will start to money cannot buy happiness because happiness is not bought. And then I will repeat the same sentence after 2 or 3 lines, and then I will say it again. And this happened, and we've been in that situation, and we did it ourselves. But try to be focused, try not to repeat yourself, and not go in circles. Strong ending, as is it's important to start in a strong you have a start you have a strong start or strong beginning. It's amazing if you can end it with the same energy, with the same level of grabbing attention and being directly into the point by giving a call to action, giving a direct message, inspiring quote, a summary of what you said, whatever thing that you can see that it could be attractive and people can leave, can memorize it. Or whenever I will ask them about something on your speech, they will memorize this thing. Toastmaster Leen, she was talking about her dream and how to achieve her dream with her kid and whatever. So using this thing, or using a strong message or using an inspiring message, this thing will help you to be on top of people's mind when they remember your question, your answer, or remember your performance. Okay, this is the workshop. It's simple. Hopefully you guys got whatever you need to. You are equipped now to just answer table topic questions. If anyone have any question, I'm ready to answer.
Thank you, TM Leen. It was very clear.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, TM Tamara.
I have a question.
Yes.
So when you are, let's say you start answering a question, tabletop question, but you're trying to think of a method, and let's say you went a certain direction with the method. Let's say you started off with an opinion. However, you realized as you were answering the question that that was sort of the wrong approach, and you should have went with a personal story. Should you then try to make it a personal story, or should you just go on with stating your opinion and doing the Oreo reasoning?
Great question. So you only have 1 to 2 minutes. If you already start with a technique, if you can use the story as an example in the technique that you used already and just beef it up with this story, it's great. So continue. If you cannot, and you are already, you've wasted time that you cannot change your mind, it's better to continue with the same direction that you're taking. Okay, so you're not out of time, or you're not seem distracted. This is my personal opinion. Maybe some other experts here, they have a different opinion, but for me, I think it's better to do that. If you have time, it's okay. You can just do it as an act. Did you believe what I said? I was just caring with you people. The truth is that money can buy happiness. Look at me. I'm rich and I'm happy. So you can do that. But and it's easy to do it, but it's the most important thing that you have time to do it. Okay? Anyone else? Do you have any other questions? Sorry.
I do actually. So like outside of Toastmasters is where you practice, but let's say outside in your house or like alone, what is the best methods to use to practice?
For Toastmasters or to practice in my for my
practice your quick thinking skills. Like let's say you're alone in your room, you want to practice your quick thinking skills, but you don't have someone to practice in front of. So how would you do that alone, for example?
Okay, you have ChatGPT, no? You can talk to. You can start some imaginary conversation with yourself. This improves your answering questions. And actually, I use it with, you know, guys, when sometimes someone that does do a bad thing with you, but in the situation you cannot reply, and then when you go home you feel like I should do why I didn't do that, and you will feel so much in pain and guilt that you didn't stop those people at that time and you didn't answer that. You know what I do? I actually go back into the conversation with myself and try to give myself a better options or a better answers that I could give, or what I should do in the next time. So this way, I would have it prepared. If I was in the situation again, I would know how to answer it. So take advantage of the things that you're facing, or the questions that you're asked in your life. And if you feel that I messed it up, use it as an opportunity. For example, you went for a job interview and they asked you a few questions and you didn't feel like you answered them perfectly. Just go home, take these questions, start to think what's the perfect answer for these questions, and be prepared. Next time, if you are asked the same questions or you are in the same situation, you will do better than the last time, and so on. I hope I answered your question. Thank you.
Yes, you did. Thank you so much.
May I add to that, TM Leen?
Yes, TM Dalal.
A technique I found useful, TM Bassem, is to look up table topics questions online. If you have a phone with a voice recorder, memo, voice recorder, etc., answer it, time yourself, and then listen to it. And then evaluate yourself. Did you answer the question? Did you stutter? Were you the R counter's dream? And keep doing that so you get used to answering random questions, and then you hear your own answer and self-evaluate. That's all I have to add.
I did this with contests. When I was preparing myself for contests, I was visiting a lot of clubs, and whenever I hear a table topic question, I start to say, okay, if I was in this situation, what answer would I give? And I start to practice my my answering techniques with that. Also, aside of that, also for evaluation, I used to attend clubs and just view the speakers and write my evaluation and then compare it with the actual evaluator and how did I do with them accordingly, compared to them. Okay, so a lot of techniques you can use it by observing, not only doing it yourself, and you can observe others how they do it and compare it with yourself. Okay, I have a question from Toastmaster Wijdan saying that is there a technique to ease how you know the objective of the question, especially for long questions? Actually, we only suffer that, I think, in Arabic questions, because sometimes they will give like a long motto or a long quote, and then the question is not about the quote. And this is really distractive. And I've been there. For example, they will say, سارعي للمجد والعلياء مجدي لخالق السماء. How do you feel about living in Saudi Arabia? So the national Saudi theme, and then you were asked about another topic, but why did you give me this long thing? And when you are asked the question, you will be trying to memorize the quote that they said, but you will understand that, okay, the question is not about the quote actually. So my recommendation is, Toastmaster Wijdan, the question will be asked twice. So when you listen to the question for the first time, try to identify what is the actual question. Where should I focus? When it's asked for the second time, you know for sure that so I got it right. So it's not the quote. I shouldn't pay attention to the quote. I should pay attention to the question itself. And and sometimes actually we end up not understanding the question due to a lot of difficulties that can happen, and we will just understand the topic that the question is talking about, and that we will go with the wave. We will try to answer with whatever we get. Okay, and I'm just talking about table topic I'm talking about table topic in regular meeting, not just contest, because in contest you will be trying your best to understand the question. And actually I think they are trying their best to choose good questions in the contest, that ones that they are clear that you can actually answer, not the ones that we do usually use them in regular meeting. But for Arabic clubs, I think there should be quality control on table topic contest exams questions, sorry, because it's really confusing. Yeah, and we've been in this situation, like the question is really long and then you don't know what to do with it, and the thing that they are asking about is something really simple, but because you're nervous, because you're in this situation in front of people, you cannot catch the question. So my recommendation, when you are in this situation, do your best. Try just to get whatever out of this topic and just save yourself by answering the question. If you didn't get it with the 2 times technique, when hearing it for the first time and trying to just analyze it in the second time. Okay, if you couldn't do that, then whatever word that rings in your mind, take it and go with it. Okay, I hope I answered your question. Thank you, Toastmaster Wijdan. Any other questions? Toastmaster Basim, yes.
So, sorry, I have a lot of questions.
Okay, it's okay. You can answer.
When ending a table topics answer, so you say it's better to do a call to action, but what about a summary of your answer?
It's good. It's a good option to use a summary of your answer, but call to action, it's more motivating. It's more like you are like how we can say it, interacting with audience. So this will give you extra points in those elements. Okay, so summarizing is perfect. Actually, finally, I think that money cannot buy happiness, and happiness is available for everyone. For example, or as I mentioned through the stories, that happiness cannot be bought and whatever. But this is the summarizing. But compare the effect when you say, people, search for the things that make you happy. Don't stand still, because happiness cannot be bought. So this is strongest. Even your body language, even your vocal variety, it will be activated because you're giving someone an advice. You are giving them something exciting, a call to action. Like, go ahead now, do it. You can do it. You are able. So this will motivate people. It will leave a better impact, and it also will be counted as interaction with audience. This is my only point of view, but both wins. Both are right, both are correct, and even you can end with a quote, like what this guy said, blah 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 blah. So you can do whatever you want. All these ways are a perfect way to end up your table topic speech. But for me, I would recommend the call to action. Okay. Anyone? You have other questions? Thank you, guys. Well, I'm really excited that you all completed the session. Trying. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster
Thank
Leen.
you, guys. I'm trying to see if there is any questions in the chat. Thank you, guys, for interacting with me. Thank you, Toastmaster Hussein. Thank you, Toastmaster Wijdan, Toastmaster Rabi, Toastmaster Ran, Toastmaster Basim. Thank you for interacting. Toastmaster Tamara and Toastmaster Dalal. Thank you, Toastmaster Shaheen. All the ones that answered my question. Toastmaster Jacob. Also, who we have, DTM Bala, DTM Samia, Toastmaster Abdulaziz. Thank you, guys, for attending. I know most of you, they don't need the information out of this session, but thank you for the support and thank you for being here. I appreciate that.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, Toastmaster
Leen. Actually, it's a wonderful session. I think all our members, whenever they see Oreo biscuit now, they will link to 2 things. One is table topics, and the other one is Madam Toastmaster Leen Alhamdani. And really, it's a wonderful session. See, do it until nailing it. Even if you don't win, you leave your impact. These are the wonderful messages, take-home messages for all our members. Many take-home messages, but I just noted it down only 2 things. Thank you so much, madam. And
Thank
just
you. Thank you
we
so much for
want
the
to
opportunity.
share as a small certificate of appreciation awarded to Toastmaster Leen Khaled Alhamdani in recognition of outstanding support for the training session conducted about mastering table topics on May 31st, 2025, digitally signed by Distinguished Toastmaster Abdullah Ausavi, our District Director, and Distinguished Toastmaster Bala Subramanian, the Program Quality Director of District 104. And thank you so much once again, our members and the Madam Toastmaster Leen Alhamdani. It's going to be recorded and shared in our all our groups, inshallah.
Thank you so much for the
Thank you.
opportunity. Thank you, DTM Bala, and thank you for everyone for attending this session. Thank you.
Thank you.